Hi, this is Wiz. Welcome to my channel and welcome to my favorite location, even if today it's a little bit noisy and I do apologize about it. Today we have a very interesting cars. Today we are driving the Audi SQ8. Let's get this done. People are working over here today, so it will make a little bit of noise. I'm sorry about it. But as I said, I really love this location to film the cars I have the chance to drive. I'm filming the exterior and interior shots of this video with the brand new iPhone 11 Pro Max, so you can have an idea about the amazing video capabilities of the iPhone 11 Pro and also the incredible stabilization. I'm just using my hands. I have no stabilization gimbals or whatsoever, so you can have an idea about how good is this phone for videos. Back to the car. This is the SQ8, is the top of the food chain for now, waiting on the RSQ8 version. So this is a SUV coupe kind of style, and I have to say that this is what I prefer. I'm always saying that I don't like that much SUVs, but the coupe styled one, I think I would drive one of these. So looking at the details, it has the typical S treatments. We can see in the front grille with the SQ8 badge, the S-line trim. In this case is matte gray, but you can choose to have all these bits in gloss black. Moving on this side, we see the huge 22 inches rims. I like this design very much. And then you have that gray band that can be black if you choose the black optic package. And on the rear, you have the famous or infamous quad exhaust pipes. Talking about the exhaust pipes, you may know now that Audi has moved to diesel for the majority of their S models, and they have a very strange way to deal with the exhaust pipes. In the specific case of the SQ8, the external pipes are fake. You can see they are closed, while the internal one are kind of real. Same on the other side. External one is a fake one. The internal one is a real. At least here in winter you get smoke coming out from both sides, which is not the case in the S6, S7, where the four pipes are fake. But it is what it is. You know now that big S models are diesel and have fake exhausts. What do you think about it? Let me know in the comment. As you would expect from an SUV this size, the trunk or boot is quite roomy. So what do you think about the SQ8? Do you like it? Do you like this shape? I personally love it. It is very muscular, very elegant and refined. It doesn't really look like an heavy SUV, even if it is. Let's now have a look into the cabin. This model has the soft close door. In my opinion, this is a useless feature. I would never spend money for this. Just close the door and you're done. Anyway, interior, Audi interior, as usual. Very well built, very well refined. This specific model doesn't have the Sport S seats with the integrated headrest, but still they look very beautiful and they are very comfortable. Build quality is on top, as you would expect with any Audi. Let's jump into the cabin, where you are greeted with the latest design language from Audi, which I like a lot, I have to say. I like this S variant on the virtual cockpit. You find that now on all S and RS models. As usual with modern Audis, you get these 3 screens layout, which I love it. Put screens on a car and you make Wiz happy. Carbon fiber trim. I also like the leather here on the upper part of the dashboard. Head-up display. Moving on the armrest. A lot of place here to wirelessly charge your phone and for storage. You get 2 USB ports, SD card port and the SIM card. Cup holders. And this is the place to insert your key, in case you don't know. Since August this year, all Audis that have the CarPlay option benefits of the wireless CarPlay. As you can see on the reflection, I'm holding my iPhone 11 Pro Max. There's no cable. The iPhone is connected wirelessly to CarPlay into the Audi. General impression about the cabin, as usual with Audi, very, very good. And now it's time to drive this beast. So we are driving now the Audi SQ8. First we drive it in comfort mode and then we're gonna go in dynamic. Obviously in comfort mode you hear less noise coming from the exhaust, which actually is artificial into the cabin. The ride is what you would expect coming from an SUV, a heavy SUV. It's quite relaxing, it's quite smooth, but you can feel actually the weight of the car. And now we're gonna move on dynamic. There we go. The gearbox goes on sport mode. And we're gonna hear a little bit more coming from the exhaust. Haha. You hear that typical V8 engine, even if this is a diesel car, but still the noise coming into the cabin is quite satisfying. And the handling, I have to say, it is surprisingly good for a big SUV in dynamic mode. Everything gets stiffer. And it's okay, I really don't feel now in dynamic that I'm driving a very heavy SUV. I like it. The cabin is very silent, with the exception of a little squeaky noise coming from the driver's seat. Can you hear it? It can happen even to an Audi. Should I buy this car, I would go to the dealership and say, you have to fix this, because given the price of the car, I don't want to hear anything, especially when the car is new. Now I'm playing with it. Okay, stop it. The steering is also very direct in dynamic, as you would expect. You can really feel the change when you move from comfort to dynamic mode. Everything gets stiffer. Ooh. The Audi Presence thought that I would go into that truck and activated the brakes for me. Wow. I know you can adjust the sensitivity of the Presence on the settings. So nobody. Let's go. It's quite okay. 0 to 100 kilometers an hour in 4.5 seconds, which is really impressive given the size and weight of this Audi SQ8. But the acceleration is quite okay. Obviously, if you want more, you'll have to wait for the RSQ8 that is coming in the next few months. It's funny how I always say that I don't really like SUV, but whenever I'm into an SUV, I feel quite good. I feel comfortable, I feel relaxed, and I like sitting a little bit higher. You have a better understanding of the surroundings. And this is something contradictory coming from me. And if you know me, if you are following me from a long time, you know that when we talk about cars, I'm always contradicting myself. Let's go on manual now. Wow, it's really not bad at all. Not bad at all. I think you can enjoy driving this SQ8 in a sporty way, despite being an SUV. You can still have a lot of fun with it. And the most important thing, you don't experience that lag that I had when I drove the A650 TDI. That was really annoying. You don't have this in this car because this car has a mild hybrid system. So it helps, amongst other things, reducing that gap you have when you accelerate. The seats are really comfortable. I would drive long distance into this car with these seats. I don't know what about the S-Sport seats, but I guess those ones are more comfortable. We're now in manual. There's no one behind me. Let's try to do a quick start. Go. it's nice, it's cool. You don't get the same feelings as you would get from I would say a normal shaped car, because obviously this one is higher, so the weight distribution is not ideal to drive it dynamically, but still is a very fun drive. I really like it, because we can say you get the best of both worlds. You have a car that is quite dynamic, quite okay to drive in a sporty way, but then when you move in comfort and you go on automatic comfort mode, then you have a very relaxing car to drive and very comfortable as everything gets smoother. So it's quite good. I like it. So in conclusion, this is not really a car I would be interested in anyway, because it's too expensive for me, but still I wouldn't buy. Should I buy an SUV coupe? I would go more with the brand new SQ8 Sportback that has just been unveiled. I love that thing. What do you think? I would see myself owning that car, even if it's an SUV. But this one is, for my taste, a little bit too big, too heavy. So I like to play a little bit with cars, and I have to say that while you can really enjoy driving this car in a dynamic way, it is still a big, heavy SUV. If you are into SUV, then this is your thing. You got a V8 engine, you got the Audi luxurious interior, you got that very aggressive lines. So if you are into the market for this size of SUVs, then you should definitely consider this one, because it's a really good one. Driving this thing in town is quite okay. You get used very quickly to the dimensions of the Q8, and even, I have to say, even if is a quite big SUV, it is very agile to drive in town. Of course, you need to be careful when you're parking, for example, but other than that, it's really like driving a normal size car, I would say. Even on the narrow streets like where I live. Woohoo! Huracan and SQ8 on the same narrow street doesn't work. Just to contradict myself again, we had a little bit of hard time passing together the Huracan. I don't know if I could caught it on camera, and the SQ8. There you have it. That was the brand new Audi SQ8. Let me know in the comments, what do you think about this car? Do you like it? Would you drive? Would you own that car? I personally like it a lot. Thanks for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe and activate the notification bell so you get notified whenever I post a new video. I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye.